So I'm dealing with all sorts of comments from people who have no understanding whatsoever what goes on in the highly competitive record-setting world. You guys just think it's just all easy, 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 easy. That's all RuneScape is. It's all easy. All the competition. It's just you got enough free time, whatever. It's so much more than that. And there's so much more to compete on than just the RuneScape high scores. And I don't think any of you guys making these comments quite understand that. So basically, out there is Rune Tracker, and there's Crystal Math Labs. So Rune Tracker is for EOC mainly, and Crystal Math Labs is new for 07. So far, there are no awesome records on Crystal Math Labs, and there's only a handful of them even on Rune Tracker. So in the 6 years of Rune Tracker, I think it's been. No, 5 years. In the 5 years of Rune Tracker, there's only been a handful of really awesome records out there made, and some of them have been made by the same people. There's some records only made by like some people go out there they make one really good record and then that's it. And then there's these people that always make these records that are constantly improving, that are making even bigger and better records, and these are judged by the amount of hours they take. So you can kind of judge them between different skills, as long as you can kind of calculate the XP per hour and stuff. And these records are insane, and I don't think you guys quite understand just how many hours I put in, and how much sleep is lost, and how much effort and pain and suffering the people setting these records take and go through. And so basically, there's 3 individuals in all of RuneScape that are like the top record setters out there. These 3 individuals, they all set multiple records that require an average of basically around 2 hours a day of sleep in a week, if they're going for a week record. If it's in a month, it can require up to 4 or 5 hours of sleep per day average. And what's unique about that is it's just sitting in front of the computer the entire time doing this. You have to ignore everything. And just to sleep, you're tired as hell all the time. You put your body through, basically you make yourself sick. You gotta go through whatever, just all sorts of shit. And basically these 3 individuals that I mentioned is Drumgun. So this guy's number 4 overall. He's got the most time played in RuneScape, and he's set pretty much half the, at one point or another, what were the number ones before XP rates changed. Month records on Rune Tracker, mostly combat related. And then there's Skiller 703, Elvis 99. This guy's the first guy to 99 Dungeoneering. He's also the third to 200 mil hunter. He's got a lot of other high XP skills. He's got an agility, and he's got it in mining, and he set some other records. He set the agility week record that beat mine, and mine was pretty much, I figured, unbeatable. But if anyone were to beat it, I knew it would be him. And so I had set, even many years ago, to beat my record and set a 30 mil bet. And I'm the third person who has set multiple high hardcore records on Rune Tracker. And I don't think people quite understand all the fucking shit you gotta go through for that. It's really a very physical and emotional, psychological challenge. It's it's, I can't think of anything else in any kind of competitive environment that requires you to go into as intense sleep deprivation as competing for records on Rune Tracker. I can't think of anything in the entire world that puts yourself to that much sleep deprivation. And it's a very competitive environment, and it's very tough. And I would say the ultimate goal for any kind of like what's possible and realistically or whatever, would be probably a 160-hour-ish week plus. So that thinking about like an hour a day of sleep. Can you imagine that? So you know how like well, maybe you don't know. I don't know. The Guinness Book of World Records has some guy stayed up 11 days without sleep, but what it doesn't kind of count into the fact is micro sleep, and that kind of adds in to extra time. So it actually hurts your XP gains. And so what you want kind of want to do is you want to balance being able to stay awake and because basically when you get really tired, you or you've been up for so long, your brain essentially shuts down. And I'm really screwing this up now because I'm talking. Your brain kind of shuts down. You lose focus, and it becomes hard to continue to become productive in your work on RuneScape, and your XP gains, you lose XP per hour and stuff, and so you have to kind of balance having a little bit of sleep in order to get better XP per hour, but then you have to kind of not get that much sleep so that you're constantly gaining XP, and so it's a little bit different than just going for the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest time awake. It's very competitive. It's very tough to do. It's very, very, very tough. So only those who are very experienced with it can just even attempt to go for the top records, because you really have to have experience in order to do it. You can get a decent record. You can get 20 hours a day average, 140-hour week. You can get those records. Those are certainly available for anyone that is still new to it. Although even that, I would probably even that would be kind of a few people. Most people would probably only get up to like 120 at most, and these other people trying to get to the top records. And there's still lots of skills that have kind of really crappy records out there, so don't assume like the top record for every skill is like the best no lifing out there or the best potential there is out there. It's not even close. If you want to talk about agility in 07, like you see 7 mil week right now by Jabberwocky, I can tell you right now 9 mil week is possible. It might not look like it or whatever, and if you really just think about it, calculate it, it just seems so insane, but 9 mil week is possible for agility. So yeah, like I just kind of wanted to like open up your guys' eyes to like this other world out there. These three players, myself, Drumgun, and Skeleton03. I have huge respect for those two other players because I've been through what they've been through, and I can tell you it is fucking hell. I've got huge respect for them. They've been basically my favorite players for the past few years, and they are still going setting records and stuff. All three of us have been setting records in all that time since basically RuneTracker came out, and nobody has like kind of. There's been a couple other people who have set big 150-hour plus records, but nobody has kind of joined that kind of crew of constant competing than us. And it's just always been the same players, and I've kind of had like very low respect for a lot of other players because they're not capable of doing that. They don't really put in much work and effort into this. So basically, to make things short, I have huge confidence that I can compete and win against any other player. If it came to any race or whatever, or any kind of just competition like that. If it was any player other than those other two players I mentioned. Because you really need experience for this, and so like a race to 99, a race to all 99s. That's why I've never really been like. That's why you kind of hear like this cockiness or like high confidence or whatever in anything I like in a lot of my videos and stuff. Just me compared to other players, because all these other players are really so shit when it comes to actually no lifing. And what I call no lifing, hardcore no lifing, everyone else calls like friggin' hardcore sleep deprivation. Like that's real. I mean, like that's really the same thing. No lifing is far more than just not having a life. To me, no lifing is no sleeping. So yeah, it's so if Drumgun or Skilla703 were racing me to max, I would definitely be scared. I have no idea who would win between any of us. Drumgun is clearly the best between us three. That much is obvious because he's certainly the most consistent. He's set the most records, and he's right up there at the top. He's got the #1 month record, and he's set like freaking most of the month records. So him, I don't know. He does have one disadvantage in that he doesn't always do the most efficient thing, and so I don't know if he's so in any race to say all 99s. I don't know if he'd quite win that. If it's a race in one individual skill, if it's to 99, oof, I have no idea who would win between us. It might depend on the skill too. If it was to 200 mil, I guess it would depend on the XP rate, but I think he would win in kind of longer term race. Even against a skill of 703, who's also Elvis 99. So this is his second time doing 200 mil hunter. So basically, if it was basically me and Elvis 99 are like equals, that's how I kind of view it. And Drumgun's better than both of us. And so us two are kind of highly competitive between each other. He actually thinks of me as a better player than him. But I kind of disagree. I think we're kind of equal. Like everything he's done is kind of like almost equal to everything I've done. Records, XP gains, and I mean just XPs in general. Our stats are very kind of similar if you kind of like add them up and try to equate them or whatever. We've kind of got the same kind of general playing style. Even when it comes to record setting. So sometimes we take little breaks and long breaks, whatever, and we'll set records from like on occasion, whatever. But like sometimes life gets back into it, and we go chill, whatever. Drumgun's really the only consistent guy out there with setting records all the time. He's always freaking doing like 18, 19-hour things, whatever. Every day for the past fucking 6 years. Suomi is an interesting case. So Suomi hasn't set any of the top records out. Like he set some #1 record gains, but in terms of hours, he hasn't actually set among the top. However, he is the most consistent next to Drumgun. So Drumgun's more consistent, but he's the second most consistent in terms of say hours per year. So if you want to go really long term, he's got the most hours, second most hours per year. So I think that's kind of special, even though he doesn't have to put himself through heavy sleep deprivation for that. So yeah. So yep, that's basically it. That's basically why you hear me have this huge cocky attitude, why I'm so confident in my ability and being exceptional compared to others, because I have experience, I've done all this. People haven't. Basically, I've even now, all I've been doing right now, I've been basically holding back most of what I could do, what I've done, just to take it easy and saving my energy in case a real challenger did appear. But I thought that might be Jabberwocky, but no, he gave up, and even he wasn't going that fast. Although he was going quite a bit faster than the other competition, and so I definitely respect that. So yeah. Really don't like doing videos, especially in like an environment like this where like I'm freaking doing fire giants, which fire giants is all about moving them to this double hit spot, which you saw in my the previous video for that. So yeah. Watch this video though. Watch this get so many dislikes. Watch this get like 100 likes and 200 dislikes or some shit. I don't know. Like that's what I keep getting. It's really freaking annoying. So if you're gonna dislike this, I don't even want you people on my channel. If you're just gonna freaking disrespect all the work we put in, just get off my channel. If you're gonna go and hit dislike, get off my channel, because I'm already blocking people that say shit comments. So you go and you post your shit comment. I'm filtering out all the idiots from my channel, my subscribers, and so I don't care about my sub count. So I don't mind. I already blocked 100 people 2 videos ago, whatever. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, there was a lot of shit comments and stuff. So I was basically inviting a lot of people to come in and basically say a lot of shit, and as soon as they did it, I blocked and removed their posts, and I don't want that kind of audience on my channel. So if you're the kind of audience that's gonna hate what I'm saying, you're gonna dislike what I'm saying, you're gonna try to make fun of me, you're gonna say anything like that, get off my channel, because I'm gonna block you anyways. I'm gonna eventually find you, and you will be blocked, and yeah. So yeah, that's my message to you guys.